Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the second episode of The Good, the Bad, and In Between. Sorry, I got a couple shows. A show that has no filter, show that really don't give no about your feelings. Just speaking for educational purposes. But nah, man, we're just speaking. Speaking of which, I made a video the other day saying the American government has failed its people. I don't like history. Because it's only his story. And his story may 9 times out of 10 is different from his story. Yeah, his story different from his story. I say that because we were taught in school that the colonizers came from wherever they came from, England, UK, whatever you want, whatever. Europe-ish area. That they came to make a better way. They didn't want to be under the crown. Didn't want to be under the crown. Taxes, reputation, the whole taxation without reputation, without representation. Wow. All that good stuff that we were taught in school of his story. Whose story? Who knows? But I came to realize, well, I didn't. It was brought to my attention that I was asked a question. What makes me think that the original colonizers that came here to start a new way actually did it for the benefit of future generations? Hear me out though. Let's be honest. Regular old Joe, you, me, back then, we wouldn't have been able to afford a ship, much less a crew for the ship. The food, all the expenses to come to the new world. And then they dug deeper and was like, yo, let's be real. The people who wanted to come to America or the New World, they weren't people looking out for that really. Let me see. They wanted a new way, just not a new way for everybody. Because back then you had to be someone with money and someone with power to get a boat. To afford a boat, cruise, and all that stuff. So the people that actually came to you, they probably weren't. Maybe the people underneath them, the followers that they got, that they told the bull hockey to get them to follow them. But let's be honest, the people that sponsored the stuff to come over here, they had to be prominent people, just not prominent enough. Check my logic now. They had to be people, or what if I won't say they had to be, but most likely, what if those people that wanted to come, had the idea to come to the new world, they just weren't important enough. People who who wanted to be kings, queens, dukes, lords, knights, whatever. You know, people who wanted power, who wanted control, wanted to call the shots. So they come up with this bull hockey story. We're gonna go make a new world. We ain't gonna have be under the king and the queen and all the monarchs and whatever. But all reality, they just wanted to be in control. They wanted to be king, queens, or whatever, chieftains, whatever. So, me being presumptuous, I'm thinking that, you know, they came to make a new world. But if you came to make a new world, would you really have done what was done? That we know about anyways, you know, all this bull jivies with the Native Americans and stuff like that. So, like, in all reality, the people that sponsored the ships to come over here, paid with their money, ended up appointing themselves mayor, whatever. I don't even know what title they had, but, you know, the little leader of their little colony and stuff like that. And through the generations, to however long it took to make the Constitution and all that good stuff, get our independence and all that. I wonder if those were people that really just wanted to make their own power, and through their family generations, like, I don't know, the Bush, Illuminati, whoever you want to use, people who got old money, that old money. And I mean, like, cobwebs. We talk about monies that are in the ground, in a box, in the ground. Old money. Who's to say they're not the real secret society controlling everything nowadays? Who's to say that they really came over here to start a new way? And it sounds, I know the way it sounds, okay? I don't know. I wasn't back there. I wasn't the person. I wasn't in their head, you know, but if you look through history, there's been very few people of power, people with money, who actually does things for the benefit of others. Because, I mean, you could look at it today. You see these rich people, they ain't worried about us. The richer gets richer and the poorer gets poorer. I mean, so why makes it, I mean, we see it throughout history. So why should we believe the history of the colonizers coming here to start a new way? Well, you know what? The people that were in the colony may have, like I said, they may have believed that dream of, hey, no kings, no queens, we're going to make our way, we're going to be a community, votes, you know, not no dictation, just voting, compromising, better way of living. But let's be honest, man. The people with money, the people with power, they don't ever have. You go back in history. I'm pretty sure you won't even find five people in history, prominent people in history that we know of. Again, his story, so a lot of people have been left out, that actually wanted to better. Just leave it at that. Man, again, I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it's false. But I was just thinking about, it was brought to my attention, and I thought I'd have to clarify. I will be going back and forth on a lot of my stuff, because Like I said, this is for educational purpose. This is just for a new way to open people's eyes, because the shit that they're telling us or been telling us and will tell us don't ever add up. Ever. That's why I say the world that we live in is not the world that we know, and the world that we know is not the world that we live in. Because if you really came to America for a new way, why would you do what you did to the Native Americans if you were trying to make a better way? It's just the same old cycle. Anyways, it's early. I had to get all that off my mind, off my chest, because I ain't really sleep good last night. But yeah, man. The world that we live in is not the world that we know. And the world that we know is not the world that we live in. Don't listen. Don't be fooled by the stories that they tell, because it's only his story. But like I said, England's history, I guarantee you, is different from, in sections, it's different from America's history. I think they got a whole nother outlook on the whole independence war that we had, or whatever war it was. Don't ask me the names. But yeah, I guarantee you our history of going to Africa is different. Is different from the Africans people explanation of how we got to America. I guarantee you that. I mean, let's just be honest. My story, his story. But yeah, I guess it just depends on the point of view. But don't be fooled by the lies that they tell, because it's only his story. Anyways, I'm done talking for right now about this topic. I don't talk about education, because that's again, history, his story. It's your boy, aka, oh shoot, this your boy Free Bands Bolati, aka Ben Shilo. Thank you for tuning in for another episode of The Good and Bad and In Between, where we just speak truthfully. Y'all gonna get butt hurt. Just wait. I ain't gonna do it to you yet. But I'm telling you right now, keep watching this. Keep watching me. Keep listening to me. Y'all gonna get butthurt, but y'all gonna open your eyes, because I'm telling you, the world doesn't, this shit doesn't add up. We'll talk about education soon, because that's another bull jivey. Some baloney that they got us, that they got in the system, us trapped in the system with. So anyhow, it's your boy Free Bands Bolati, aka Ben Shilo, signing off. See you.